By 1812, the United States was barely 3 decades old. Yet across the Atlantic, the mighty Great Britain still cast a long shadow over its former colonies. British warships dominated the seas during the Napoleonic Wars. To weaken France, Britain imposed naval blockades, and in the process, interfered with American trade. Worse still, British ships stopped American vessels and seized sailors, forcing them into service in the Royal Navy. This practice, impressment, enraged the young republic. In Washington war, sentiment grew. On June 18, 1812, the United States declared war. It was a bold move, a small nation challenging the world's greatest naval power. American leaders believed the conflict would be short. Some even claimed that invading British-held Canada would be a mere matter of marching. They were wrong. American forces crossed into Upper Canada in 1812, but faced fierce resistance from British regulars. Canadian militia and indigenous allies led by the Shawnee leader Tecumseh. At the Battle of Queenston Heights, American troops were defeated. The dream of an easy conquest collapsed. The war would not be quick, nor simple. If America struggled on land, it found pride at sea. In a stunning naval duel, the USS Constitution, nicknamed Old Ironsides, defeated the British warship H. Cannon fire thundered across the Atlantic. British shots seemed to bounce from Constitution's thick hull, earning the ship legendary status. Though Britain's navy remained dominant, these victories electrified American morale. The young republic had proven it could fight. In 1814, the war took a darker turn. With Napoleon defeated in Europe, Britain could now send more forces to North America. British troops marched into Washington. They set fire to government buildings, including the Capitol and the White House. Flames consumed the heart of the American government. For the United States, it was humiliation. For Britain, it was retaliation. The war had escalated. Yet even in crisis, symbols were born. During the British bombardment of Fort McHenry in Baltimore, rockets lit the night sky. An American lawyer, Francis Scott Key, watched anxiously from a ship in the harbor. At dawn, he saw the American flag still flying above the fort. Inspired, he penned words that would later become the United States national anthem. The war had not broken the nation's spirit. Peace negotiations were already underway in Europe, but news traveled slowly. In January 1815, weeks after a treaty had been signed, British forces attacked near New Orleans. American troops, led by Andrew Jackson, defended entrenched positions. The result was decisive. British assaults failed, casualties mounted. The Americans held firm. The victory turned Jackson into a national hero, and though the war ended in stalemate, New Orleans felt like triumph. On December 24, 1814, representatives signed the Treaty of Ghent in Belgium. The agreement restored pre-war borders. No territory changed hands. Yet, the war reshaped both nations. For Britain, it was a minor conflict in a global struggle. For the United States, it was a second war of independence, a test to survival. National identities strengthened. Political unity deepened. Military lessons were learned. The War of 1812 ended not with conquest, but with endurance. A young nation had stood against an empire and remained standing.